Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back again with another video. I was just showing you guys my experience at the Arsenal Gooners, Canadian Gooners pub here called the Drake on Firkin. It was a really good experience, good vibes, good energy, and it was nice to see us win away from home on the road. Ruben Amorim has not beat Mikel Arteta except in the FA Cup on penalties, which we lost. It was nice to get the win on the road. Big up, Omar. How you doing? I was about to call you. I'll call you once I get home. I went live earlier from the pub. It was a great experience. It was a great time. Shout out my brother 305. How you doing today? Hope you enjoyed AAA wrestling yesterday. It was awesome. I did see it today when I saw some clips on Twitter. Arsenal got the win against Uncle Mace's Manchester United 1-0, with a wonderful goal from Ricardo Calafiori. I do want to mention, this will be more of a quick outdoor match reaction. I just wanted to do a review of the game. I apologize, I wasn't able to do a live stream of the game. I wanted to experience the season opener at the Gooners pub. It was good vibes, all good energy. And what better way to start the season off than beating Manchester United? If you guys don't know already, my mom and my sister support Man United, so it was awesome to see us get a win over them. We definitely didn't play our best performance. It wasn't necessarily a comfortable game for us. Anytime you're up 1-0, especially if you're an Arsenal fan, you already know it's a risky result in the Premier League. And when they added 6 minutes of extra time, I really think defensively in the second half we struggled a lot. Cunha and Embuemo were Manchester United's bread and butter. They were their stronger players, and I do think that Cunha and Embuemo got the best out of our defenders in Gabriel and William Saliba. I'm not saying they're bad players. I'm just saying in general, based on the performance that was today. Um, I don't think Gyökeres had a bad game. I think he was definitely the better apples in the bunch. Zubimendi had a really good game in terms of his passes. We already know what he brings to the table. He did try to set up some chances as well. And then I didn't understand the substitution when we took off Rice and brought on Mikel Merino. I didn't really understand why Rice had to come off. I felt like he was influencing the game. He did have that chance with the free kick, which I thought Odegaard should have taken. And I do think I got to give my man of the match, David Raya. He saved our ass defensively in the second half of the game. He definitely helped our defenders bailed them out. Cunha was Manchester United's best player, and Embuemo. The amount of chances they had that we left open, you can see Saka was getting man marked easily, 2 or 3 men on top on that side, but it was easy for them to mark that right wing side. I felt like our left wing was left deprived yet again. I didn't really see glimpses of success from Martinelli in this game. I was surprised that Timber didn't start, and I was surprised that Lewis Skelly was dropped. But we also need to mention that on the team sheet, there Norgard wasn't featured. I don't know what happened. I hope. And then we didn't see Trossard come off the bench, so it's clear to me that Trossard's looking to a move away. Also, Zinchenko didn't play, and Reece Nelson, which we know Reece Nelson will most likely go on a dry loan to Fulham, again for another season, as he did not want a permanent move or an obligation to buy from Fulham. Um, I'm glad we got the results. I'm glad we got the 3 points. We're starting the season off strong. But if you're going to analyze and break down the game, then I will have to be honest and say I don't think we played to our strengths. I don't think we had a dominant performance. It wasn't really a walk in the park. Manchester United definitely dominated possession in the second half, and they did try to create more chances, especially Brian and Buemo and Cunha. There were chances in the first half where both of them hit the post. Dorgu had a chance. And then when they brought Maguire on and Sesko earlier on, I thought Sesko would change the game for Man United, but I still think he's going to need some time to adapt to the Premier League. I don't think he's going to walk in and fit like a glove into Ruben Amorim's system. Let's see how well they do. Hi, Cole. How are you doing? I just came back from the pub. It was a good experience. Did a live stream before this right from there, which was nice. Um, I'm heading home actually now. I thought I'd do this right now instead of from my home setup. Sometimes I do car stream, so I thought I'd just go live quickly to try my share my thoughts. Hi Nathan, big up to you. Thank you for joining. And hi the cynical one, how are you doing? He comes from Sweden. The girls are very nice. He dumped his girlfriend to play in red and white. He's scoring goals with a cannon on his chest. His name is Victor. Victor Yokeres. His name is Victor. Victor Yokeres. What a chance! I mean, and then Madueke, when he came on, I don't think he was. He definitely showed, tried to create some chances for us, but I do think that substitution was a bit too late in the game. I did understand the Havertz substitution and then taking Calafiori off because Calafiori got a yellow card earlier on in the game. Can we just talk about the officiating in this game? And I'm not going to use the officiating as an excuse or reason why our performance wasn't the best away on the road. But I do need to say, it took so long for Dorgu to get carded. So many challenges and fouls on Bukayo Saka, even Odegaard at some points in the game. And Arsenal had 4 yellow cards in this game. I believe it was 4 or 5 yellow cards versus Man United's 2 yellow cards. Even Raya got a yellow, which was surprising. But Manchester United got away with a lot, challenges and fouls wise. I did think there was a lot of Manchester bias in this, Mancunian bias in the game, especially with Paul Tierney on VAR. But even just the officiating, I did feel like they weren't trying to hide it. But Arsenal didn't need the referee on our side to win. It wasn't a good performance. It wasn't a positive performance, I'd say, but we did get the win, and that's what matters to me. We move on to the next game, which is Leeds at home. It will be our first home game of the season, which the fans should really be up for and bring the energy to this team. But more so, I really hope we put up a better performance at home. The performance today, overall, I would say Raya definitely helped us in that second half. When the officials showed 6 minutes of extra time, I was worried because the typical Arsenal team, we succumb under pressure, and it's hard for us to maintain a 1-0 lead. It's such a close result, but I'm glad for the boys to getting the result. And saying we played poorly is definitely an understatement. For Manchester United, I do have to give credit when and where it's due for Mbuemo and Cunha. Cunha especially. I mean, one of the chances that Brian Mbuemo had earlier on in the first half of the game is the same exact goal he scored against us for Brentford when he used to play for Brentford. But unfortunately, thankfully, with the chance that he had today, it hit the post, and we got really lucky. In the second half, Raya made some really good saves, and he's definitely up there for my man of the match alongside Ricardo Calafiori. If Calafiori didn't head that chance in, I do think we still would have scored on a set piece. I would love to see us score a non-set piece goal, but hey, a 1-0 at Old Trafford, George Graham style, 1-0 to the Arsenal, definitely a good result and a good way to start the season. We do have some tough fixtures coming up on the road. We soon go to Liverpool at Anfield, where we haven't won there in the Premier League in a while. But Arsenal have done well to beat Ruben Amorim's Manchester United. I do think we were the better midfield, but sometimes I felt in the game we were too persist. Uh, we didn't really persist so much in midfield wise, with taking our chances and bringing service to our attack. At times, I felt like our attack was left deprived. There wasn't really service coming through the midfield. That was my concern. And then today, one of my main concerns was defensively. I did feel we were a bit switched off defensively in some of the chances that Manchester United had and made some really good runs. We could have done a lot better to be more cohesive defensively. In the final third, I also want to say our finishing could have been better. We could have had 2, 3 goals with Bukayo Saka's chance, and even Odegaard had a good chance, and that free kick from Declan Rice. I thought he was going to do what he did against Real Madrid when I saw Rice go up for that free kick. But initially, I would have guessed that Odegaard was going to be the one to take that free kick. Um, the Champions League draw is going to be on the 28th of August, which is later next week. a week and a half or so from now. Saturday, I do have a Leeds watch along scheduled, but I'm going out Saturday to a fun fair. So, depending on what time I'm leaving, I might do a match reaction just like this one, a bit longer or from home whenever I get back. Unfortunately, I couldn't do the watch along today, but it was really nice to go out to the Gooners pub and experience it with the fans. It was a good atmosphere. It was a good time. Of course, nothing beats being at the stadium, and especially away games. Away Champions League games are undefeated. I had the experience to go to Bayern Munich away. I know we didn't beat them, but it was a really good experience for my first European Champions League away from home. It was awesome. I also been to Crystal Palace Stadium before when Arsenal played Palace, and Nketiah scored at Crystal Palace's ground. That was a good away game. Um, so I'm definitely looking forward to the Champions League and hoping to go to some more away games this season. Uh, those of you going to the first game of the season against Leeds, I hope you all have a good time. I know some of you guys that traveled today to Old Trafford. Thanks, Cooler, for letting me know about the mic. Hopefully, it's better now. I know some of you guys have traveled away to Old Trafford. I hope you get home safe and sound. Thanks for bringing the good luck and good energy to Old Trafford. This team definitely needed it. Um, and I'm looking forward to the next game against Leeds. The Premier League is officially back, baby, underway. And those of you that do want to join my FPL league, this is the league code JMS5FN. If you do check on Twitter, you'll see the last post of my FPL league. It is a prize league. Those of you that do want to join and get involved, the top two winners of the league will win a £10 voucher of their choice for a retail store. There's over 1,800 people in my fantasy league, so it is quite competitive. But those of you that want bragging rights, have fun, get involved, and make sure you play your best team. Let's see how well you guys do this season. Tomorrow is Leeds versus Everton, which will be a good game. Maybe I'll do a watch along for the Leeds game. We'll try. And then I did see the result earlier today before we played Crystal Palace and the Chelsea game at the Bridge. I know Eze's goal was disallowed, which was a bit controversial. But I saw in the end Chelsea and Palace points were shared. So it's good. Arsenal got the 3 points and got out of Old Trafford. Our next away game will be at Anfield, which will be a tough game for sure, especially if they get Alexander Isak over the line. I did do a video on my Premier League predictions. It will be somewhere here on the side. You'll see all the videos I've done so far this season. Guys, if you haven't already, I did do a collab video with Sophia Football Talk. Sophia is a Manchester United fan. She's not deluded. She's a very sensible Manchester United fan. She invited me on her channel, and it was all good vibes, good energy. At that time, on her preview, I said Arsenal would win 2-1. I was right that Arsenal would win. I backed my team, but I didn't think it would be such a close game and a nerve-wracking game. We got it over the line. We got the 3 points. We did talk about both our teams' respective transfer windows. The window will close on the 1st of September, so let me know if you guys, the Arsenal fans in the chat, if you think Arsenal will make another incoming signing this window, and if so, what position do you think we will address? Personally, I think Arsenal are done in the market for incoming signings. We do have outgoings left to go, like Zinchenko, Kivior, Fabio Vieira, and Reece Nelson, just to name a few. Even Leandro Trossard is heating up interest to Galatasaray. Currently, Galatasaray are working on a deal to sign Pearson from Manchester City, and I think Man City will end up with Donnarumma by the time we play them at Emirates Stadium next month. Please check out my collab video with Sophia Football Talk. It was an awesome show. It's on her channel, but I will put it over on mine. I hope to do a video with her later in the season when Arsenal play Man United at the Emirates. I hope to look at more games this season. Hopefully catch up with some of my friends over there that go to the games regularly. It is my birthday next month, so hopefully I treat myself to a quick visit to the Emirates. It's always a good time. It was nice meeting some of my friends at the Gooners Pub today. Really lovely to meet you all. And I hope to see myself at the Emirates soon. It's been too long. And I say that sarcastically because my last game wasn't so long ago, but I wish I could go as regularly as some of you guys that live in the UK. It's not as feasible and not as affordable when you live further down the pond. So 5, enjoy your lunch or dinner. I think you're having a late lunch. Enjoy your barbecue. Cooler, most of Man United fans are annoying. Yeah, I did see the Barca game yesterday. That was a good game as well. And then I was watching the Man City Wolves game. I mean, can we just say Reinders is definitely a cheat code in the Premier League? If you don't already have him in your FPL, it is definitely someone to watch, especially for 6 million. It is a good affordable price tag, and I do think he's going to get a lot of assists this season. And even goals under as well. He looks so quality. Lamine Yamal, yep, I did see the game yesterday. It was awesome. Thanks everybody for joining and tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on the Arsenal game away at Old Trafford. First game of the season opener, and Arsenal beat Ruben Amorim's Manchester United, leaving Old Trafford with no red cards, but definitely controversial officiating with the Mink referees. Hi, John. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Araujo looks like shaky yesterday. Yeah, I did see it, in that game. I do think in moments, especially throughout the game, I don't think he really had concentration. He kept losing possession of the ball at times. But I did see the game. Hi, Donna. How are you doing today, Donna? Hopefully, you're having a blessed Sunday. I am going to wrap up this stream shortly. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in. Let me know your thoughts of the Arsenal away performance to Manchester United at Old Trafford. Who is your man of the match, and how do you think Arsenal need to improve this season? Do you think Arsenal are going to win any silverware this season? What are your Premier League predictions, and who's your top 5 or top 6 this season, depending on the UEFA Champions League? Hi, Lewis. Big up. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Buzzing, a scrappy game, but 3 points, and that's what matters. We dug it out. I do think, as I said earlier in the video, John, defensively, we weren't necessarily the best. It was the first time I saw a game where Gabriel and Saliba, both of them didn't have a good game. And Cunha was running rings around both of them. I'm wearing my good luck kit, my Henry kit, retro last season hybrid kit, and it definitely brought some good luck, because when those 6 minutes were added on, I was nervous that we would concede. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts of the game and the performance. Please check out my video I did with Sophia on her channel. It was an awesome preview. We both shared our predicted lineups as well, and our score predictions. And also I did my Premier League predictions on Thursday for the season. So do check that out. And hopefully I get 15 out of 20 of those right. I'd love to be hopefully get more of my predictions right this season compared to last season's crazy predictions. But check out that video, and I'll see you all probably midweek for another Arsenal show. The next game is against Leeds at home, the first home game of the season. Hopefully all of you guys bring the energy to the Emirates, and let's raise the roof. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the season. The Premier League is officially back underway. If you haven't already joined my FPL league, do make sure to check that out as well. It is free to join, but it is a prize league, and it's extremely competitive. So have fun. Get your bragging rights under your belt. Have a good time. Good luck for the season. Don't use forgetting to change your FPL team as an excuse like I do every week. And don't throw in the towel just yet, because there's a long way to go for the season. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and thank you for giving me your time. Adios, everyone.